Fighting back, we talked to the man who jumped in and tried to stop restaurant thieves. Hoping to go for gold, the Southern Californian who has her sights set on the 2024 Olympics. You're watching The Rundown. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Winston. We'll have more on those stories coming up in a moment. But first, the LAPD is re-examining its approach to pursuits after data showed there's been a big increase in the number of police chases and that some of them have led to innocent bystanders getting hurt or even killed. The LA Police Commission discussed the new data during its meeting Tuesday. It shows over the last 5 years, more than 1,000 people have been injured in crashes during LAPD pursuits, and about half of those people were innocent drivers and pedestrians. NBC4's I-Team also reported last week that the number of cases increased in 2021 and 2022 to more than 900 cases each year.
For me, it's like, do we really need to pursue stolen vehicles if it's going to lead to like some tragedy, right? But then again, like, that's lawlessness, right?
The most dangerous activities that we're engaged in. We'll continue to work on this. I'm encouraged that auto theft is down 10% this year.
The LAPD says the rise in auto thefts in recent years has contributed to the increase in pursuits. Chief Michael Moore promises his officers and supervisors are trying to balance the severity of the crime involved versus the danger pursuits can pose. Seasonal allergies are making more people miserable this year, and they're hitting a lot of adults for the first time. Me included, I'm suffering right now. And climate change is being blamed for that. Well, doctors say this year they're seeing a growing number of adults in their 30s, 40s, and 50s seeking treatment for itchy eyes and runny nose because warmer temperatures are extending the window for pollen release.
This year is much, much, much worse. This is kind of a pollen storm almost, and that can really bring on more symptoms.
So doctors say those who are suffering should check the air quality reports before going outside and try and keep windows and doors shut and seek testing for specific allergies because many treatments exist. The 90s are back. Are you ready for some hot weather? Meteorologist Belen De Leon is tracking a warming trend in your weather rundown.
I know it's April, but it's going to feel more like August in the coming days. Temperatures are heating up, and get ready for that summer feel. High pressure settles in for the rest of the week and into the weekend, and the temperatures will be rising into the 80s and 90s. The peak of the heat, that gets here on Saturday when temperatures are expected to be in the mid-90s for some. It's not until early next week when we have the return of that onshore flow and the temperatures cool down big time. Look at the trend in Riverside. We've got upper 80s through the end of the week. By Saturday, we're at 95. It'll take a little bit for this heat to subside. Warmer than normal temperatures will continue through Sunday. Then early next week, here we see that onshore flow increase and the temperatures come down Monday 78 and Tuesday 66. So if you're a fan of the warmer weather, enjoy. And if you're not, then stay cool for the next few days.
The mother of 10-year-old Anthony Avalos and her boyfriend will now spend the rest of their lives in prison without the possibility of parole. Heather Barron and Kareem Leyva were sentenced for the torture and murder of the young boy. They were convicted last month in a non-jury trial. The judge announced their sentence Tuesday after hearing more than 2 hours of emotional statements from Anthony's relatives and friends.
When they killed Anthony, they not only took my cousin away from me, you took someone I saw as a brother, someone I grew up with, someone I shared so many memories with.
I am disgusted. It was at the hands of my sister and the man that she allowed in her life.
A Moore family reacted outside the courtroom.
I'm thankful that the judge gave us the verdict that Anthony deserved, and we can move forward from this. Anything we do, everything we do, we'll do it in Anthony's honor. We love that child like he was our own.
Barron and Leyva did not face the possibility of the death penalty. That was a decision made by District Attorney George Gascon, a decision criticized by the family. Two robbers thought they were going to hit it big at a restaurant in the Mid-Wilshire area, but a loyal customer and two employees weren't going to let that happen without a fight. NBC4's Robert Kovacic spoke to the man who tried to intervene.
Injured and with a limp, Fernando returns to meet us at the restaurant where he did more than just order food.
Why did you decide to take action?
It's my nature. I always do that.
I did this about 7 or 8 times in my life. I never got hurt. That was the first time.
Surveillance video shows Fernando in the khaki shorts walking into Lucy's drive-in at Pico and La Brea the same time as 2 other men who also do more than just order food, says the son of the owner.
They order food under the pretenses of just kind of like scoping the place out.
Fernando, on a break as an Uber driver to get his dinner, takes a seat and looks down at his bag just as one of the men jumps the narrow counter window, grabs the cash box, throws it back out the window. And that's when 66-year-old Fernando springs forward.
Try to help, you know.
What did you try to do? You tried to grab
I tried to grab him, and then the 2 guys came from inside.
Those 2 employees try to intervene, but one of the robbers punches Fernando once in the gut and then the face, and he falls to the ground.
He came back and said, they got a gun, they got a gun. Let her go, let her go.
The robbers take the cash box. One of the employees runs out of the restaurant to chase them, but quickly returns.
So he came back and said, they got a gun, they got a gun. Let her go, let her go.
And they do go, running away north on La Brea. They take the money. What's left behind? A restaurant with not just a loyal customer, but an awesome one.
We're thankful for having customers like that who are willing to fight for us.
You have no regrets about what you did, intervening
No, never. Never. I hate thieves.
You hate thieves?
My father was a police officer, so I got good background.
Now on to Harry Belafonte. He was a singer, actor, and activist. Funeral arrangements are pending for Harry Belafonte, who died of congestive heart failure at 96. Those who knew him say he always believed he had a bigger purpose. When LA was faced with an endless cycle of gang violence, friends say Harry never stopped believing a solution was possible.
He stepped up. He gave his time, his money, and his mentorship to many former gang members who were trying to bring peace to the streets of Los Angeles.
Belafonte's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame is covered with flowers and candles in its memory. A trip to Coachella took a violent turn for a group of people from Texas.
Oh my God! What's wrong with you?
Someone smashed a glass bottle into the back window of their car. It happened on Sunday, the final day of Coachella. The group was in line to get into a parking lot when they say a car next to them tried to cut in line. They wouldn't let them in, and that's when they say a man in the passenger seat reached out of his window and attacked.
I guess it took me a few seconds to register because I was like, did someone really just break our window? We were just sitting there like nothing really happened. We barely even said anything to him, if anything. And then there's glass shards all over us. I was scared. I didn't know what it could do to us, so I kind of just sat still because if I was scared if I moved, I would get more cuts on my legs, things like that.
No one was hurt, but a police report was filed. The group was able to enjoy the rest of the festival and is now back home in Texas. You'll notice a larger law enforcement presence if you take the Metro B line, also known as the Red Line. Deputies from the LA Sheriff's Department Transit Services Bureau will be patrolling trains and stations in addition to Metro security and LAPD officers. They're hoping these high visibility patrols will help riders feel safer. We told you about 2 different stabbings that happened at or near stations earlier this month. No word yet on if any arrests have been made in either of those cases. The city of Santa Monica will soon require all new buildings to have gender-neutral bathrooms. This new ordinance will do away with the concept of traditional restrooms for men and women. Instead, think of it as one big restroom for everyone with enclosed stalls and floor-to-ceiling doors for privacy. The city passed an ordinance Tuesday night and will begin the permit requirements starting in July. The city council says the ordinance is to align with its commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Fans are calling it another lost season for the Clippers. They were eliminated from the NBA playoffs after losing Game 5 of their series to the Phoenix Suns. Sad face. Well, now some speculate that one or both of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard could be traded in the offseason. We shall see. A Long Beach rower is one step closer to her Olympic dreams. Maddie Folk trains at the Long Beach Rower Association, and she thought her best hopes for the Olympics would be in 2028 when it comes to LA. But now she thinks she has a good shot for Paris 2024 after qualifying for the Pan Am Games. Yes, so this past week, Maddie won gold in doubles in the qualifiers. She also won silver in the quad boat with her team.
some people have like pulled me aside and said, we need you to like focus more on 2024 because we believe that you have potential to like get into the 2024 Olympic team. And when they said that, I was like, can you repeat that again?
Oh, wow. The Long Beach native can do it all. She's also a competitive surfer, runner, and ballet dancer. I mean, what can she do? My goodness, she's so talented. But as far as rowing goes, Maddie is the only Black woman competing in the sport today and the only person on the autism spectrum. We're so proud, so happy, and we are rooting for you, Maddie. You got this. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4. Weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be here helping you get around with the traffic reports throughout the morning. Don't worry, I got you. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.